Moments with God, a time of reflection for every day.
June 28th. Christ lightens your burdens. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon ye, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. Matthew 11:28-29. We can obtain great knowledge from nature, from plants, animals, and everything that lives on our planet. For example, did you know that seagulls cry? The most curious thing is why they do it. That's the way these birds get rid of the excess salts they ingest when they drink seawater. As soon as the seagulls feed on an animal or have drunk saline water, they begin to shed milky tears that run down their beak, and which they periodically shake to remove them. Even they know that everything we have left over we have to expel in one way or another, otherwise it will harm us. Human beings also need to eliminate excess from our lives, and not only about food or consumerism, but also about getting rid of the emotional tensions, anxieties, worries, uncertainties, and other mental burdens that we accumulate that intoxicate us. But it seems contradictory that the way in which Jesus proposes to free ourselves from them is through taking his yoke. The yoke has a bad reputation because we see it as an instrument of submission, and with this interpretation, the Bible also presents in it other passages. However, the reality is that the yoke of the oxen is custom-made. First, the ox measurements are taken. Next, the yoke is made and finally tested on the ox. In this way, the owner made sure not to abrade the animal's neck. The important point here is that the yoke did not free the ox from hard work, but it made it easier, because it was tailored to him. He who truly loves Christ delights in doing his will. Those who take up the yoke of submission to the Master, those who go to learn from his school, will find rest for their soul as he had promised. The heavy burden of legalistic righteousness, of striving to earn salvation through merits supposedly earned by personal works and not by the merits of Christ, are even a heavier burden of sin. The yoke was created to make the work of the field animal more bearable and to teach the new ox the knowledge of the experienced ox. And that is what Jesus wants to do with us. Teach us through our dependence on him to live a lifestyle that coincides in such a way with his principles and teachings that doing his will becomes the most natural thing for us. Bearing the yoke of Christ is to unite ourselves with him in such a way that his experience is our teacher in the art of living and working for him. Jesus is the experienced Son of God who wants to teach us everything he learned from the Father. Therefore, allow him to put his yoke on you. God's promise is that there is rest for your soul, not in the grave, but at this moment. Jesus, the Son of God, is very close to you right now, waiting for you to allow him to shoulder your burden. The psalmist already said it. Leave your sorrows in the hands of the Lord, and the Lord will keep you firm. The Lord does not leave his faithful fallen from him forever. Amen.
Thank you for listening to this audio. We invite you to share with your contacts and visit the website BibleWell.com.